Bearcat Bounce Podcast. Oh, Bearcat Bounce Podcast. Sometimes I do it twice because I look at the live thing up in the corner. You guys don't have that ability, but I do. The live thing, sometimes it lags. Sometimes it goes 0000 and then it says 0001 and I'm midway through the intro, just like I am right now. But I'm just a little peel back of the curtain. Back at it again. Monday following the end of the regular season for basketball. Got to talk about that. Tough trip to Fort Worth. The Horned Frogs, they were horned. That's for sure. But next, Big 12 tournament. Big chance, big opportunities. Bright lights. Time to see what we can do. Big 12 tournament. We'll talk about that. How about this? Bunch of home runs. So many home runs. Quentin Coates, we'll talk about that. NFL free agency up in a blur. Rock and roll. Money. Ching, 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 ching. Talk about that. The start of spring ball. Spring practice, if you will. Football. It's back. Touch on that a little bit as well. But without further ado, it's a Monday. It's another Monday where I bring in the guys. I've got a couple assembled. We're waiting on one. He's going to probably be limping in from the weekend, but we're excited to have him whenever he does arrive. So without further ado, Aaron Smith, Chad Brendel, gentlemen, how are we?
Good weekend. Awesome crowd at the Holy Grail. Obviously didn't get the result that the collective group was looking for, but it's always amazing to me how you guys, the audience, responds and shows up and supports us, supports the Grail, supports our sponsors. So thanks to everybody for coming out. Place was full. Unfortunately, the energy after halftime wasn't quite what we wanted it to be, but all in all, it was a good Saturday. So had a good weekend. A little radio today, and now we're ready for. I had radio today, so I missed spring ball, but I'll be there Wednesday and Friday. So
Okay.
Next week I'll have a lot more spring practice content. Who knows, though, what next Monday is going to bring?
Oh, baby.
Who knows? I have no idea. Who knows?
Day-by-day basis with this one, I tell you that.
Yeah.
Golly. Yeah. Well, what was the go-to at the Holy Grail?
So I always do pizza and wings, pretty much, for the table,
Okay. Yeah. The BCJ table. Gotta love that. God.
Yeah.
Tough game, man. Tough game. Crowd was into it though. 2 p.m. tip. Weather was okay.
Yeah, weather was good. I mean, a little bit of rain here and there, but it wasn't terrible by any stretch of the imagination. So Yeah, made it work. Like I said, place was full. It's a great crowd.
Reaching for happiness, Chad.
I know.
What we're trying to do on this Monday night, but Aaron, my man. Little excitement on the old NFL trails for you and George.
Hell yeah!
That'd be a lot of fun talking points.
Yeah, I mean, you saw Alec Pierce become the highest paid receiver ever in receiver free agent history. That doesn't make him the highest paid receiver ever. That just means as a free agent.
Free agent receiver.
Free agent, not extension. Free agent.
Correct.
Yeah.
Just wanted to clarify. Also, Brian Cook coming back home. Would have loved to have seen him paired up with a Kobe Bryant. However, he ends up in Chicago on a similar deal, actually. 3 years, 40 for Kobe, and 3 years, 40. What was it?
40.25.
There it is. So
he
just
got $250,000 more than Kobe.
I wonder if that was how much the bet was between them. But yeah, Brian Cook coming back home, going to be a Cincinnati Bengal. It shores up some safety issues that the Bengals have had, and gives them a mean motherfucker back there in that safety room. So love seeing Predator come back home.
Hitting an MF for before we're 5 minutes in.
There's no other way to describe that human.
Right. No, I mean, if anything, it just flashbacks, and obviously we'll talk about it more when Royer gets in. But boy, it tells you that 2021 team was pretty doggone good, man. Was pretty doggone good. But yeah, impressive all there. So
what between those three today and Sauce, that's 300 million.
Yeah,
I wonder
for those four guys.
Ivan Pace is right around the corner too. He'll be the next big one.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Unfortunately, no. He got transition tagged. Eric Wilson, it's kind of Bearcat on Bearcat crime. Eric Wilson took his job last year, and
didn't
they
he get a new
brought
deal
him back.
today?
Yeah, he got a $20 million deal today. How is that guy still like? Kudos to Eric Wilson, a guy that came in the league with like no fanfare, became a special teams guy, worked his way onto the field. And it feels like 20 years ago that Eric Wilson was here. It's been a long time that he's been plugging away and making money in the NFL.
Yeah. I mean, shouts to him. Jerome Ford, Wiley's still bouncing around every once in a while. What Dez was on Green Bay at the end of the year.
7 teams.
Yeah. It's Trey Tucker. You had I mean the list goes on. But yeah, shouts to the boys.
Briggs.
That's good to see.
Yeah,
Briggs still
Briggs
popping.
is making a big name for himself.
Yeah, he had a good end of the year. But yeah, outside of that, Aaron, how was the weekend, man? All good?
Oh, not bad. I got outside and got to make some stuff on the old Blackstone on Friday night and on Sunday night. So we had good enough weather. I was able to get out there twice this weekend, which is the first time since late fall.
Okay.
So got to warm that bad boy up and clean it off and get it dinner ready again, and made some shrimp tacos on Friday, and then what do we do on Sunday? Oh, smash burgers. Just kept it easy for the first couple of cooks, but just good to get back out there and making some food. We can't all live in Florida.
No, we can't. Hell, I barely can too, but we're out here, man. We're out here doing it. But yeah, you know what? Shouts. Good weekends all around here in the Cincy Light Studios. You know what? Weather's getting warmer outside, so I'm sure there's still some winter left. That's gonna, pack a little punch. But how about this? How about before you fill out your bracket, you head over to Danco Transmission and Auto Care, get yourself a little quick fixing. Ask Danco Joe if he could help you fill out the Big 12 tournament bracket before the start of the Big 12 tournament tomorrow. So you're gonna have to go in early. I don't know, maybe he can squeeze you in, get $10 off that oil change, 10% off the next fixing over at Danco Transmission and Auto Care. Danco Joe will hook you up. Tell him Chad sent you. Tell him John Newman, all defensive Big 12 team 2 years ago sent you. He'll get you hooked up over at Danco Transmission and Auto Care. Guys, let's dive right into it. You obviously had the aftermath following the tough loss, 73-63 for the Bearcats at TCU over the weekend. If you went back and you re-listened to the post-game press conference, I think you would be able to pinpoint pretty easily what Wes Miller decided was the main factor in this one. And that's 19 turnovers. I think you mentioned it 6-7 times, if you will. I didn't even mean to say 6-7 there. It just came off. Turned into a very tough ability to really surmount and come up with a win in that one. As far as it goes, outside of that, rebounding edge was to the Bearcats, but the turnovers have an effect on that too. Not as many defensive rebounding chances for the Horned Frogs, but a couple days removed, we always do this. Anything glaring from that game, or is it more of a kind of like Wes said, let's shut the book, get back quickly, get ready for the Big 12 tournament?
I don't know. I mean,
good.
This kind of was. I mean, when you can't take care of the ball, it's what you expect to get. 19 turnovers. We talked about it. I mean, it was more turnovers than they had in the previous 3 games combined. They just didn't have an answer for the swarm that TCU was running on defense. And after a couple days, you have kind of two factors here. You have Cincinnati not making enough adjustment to TCU, and really TCU's playing fantastic basketball right now. I don't think we, in our aftermath, I know we gave them some flowers. I don't think we gave them enough flowers, truthfully, because I mean, you mentioned it, Chad. 8 of 9. That's how many TCU has won. 8 of 9. They've figured out how to win on the road. They are defending home. They've always defended home the last couple of years now, really well. But learning how to win on the road has been the biggest game changer this year for TCU, and what's taken them over the hump to where they're comfortably in right now. And I don't think anybody would argue that. So it just, you gave it your best effort at the end of the season. You came up a little short. Now you have to give an even better effort in the tournament, and it's a very big uphill battle.
Mm-hmm.
Steep hill to climb. I mean, teams are going to try to take away Baba Miller and Mustafa Cham. Most teams aren't able to do it. TCU, a different style, TCU is a different style of team is what I'm getting at, in terms of their bigs are smaller, but they're a lot more physical. So I saw somebody say this today, and it was exactly right. Jamie Dixon has an old school Big East team, like a 2009 Big East team with two forwards that are 6'7", 6'8", 245 pounds, like physical, Blair. Push you around, like get you off your spot, keep you from getting to the areas on the floor that you're comfortable with. And for whatever reason, like, I honestly thought watching it, the game plan had people in the positions that they needed to be in to be successful. The execution was poor.
Yeah.
That, like, you know, we talked about it, Aaron, on the aftermath. Like, they had 4 corner threes that were wide open, and there wasn't a single clean pass and catch in the bunch. All 4 of them were turnovers. Mm-hmm. And then when Cincinnati couldn't capitalize, then TCU was dropping a guard or a wing down to the baseline and just waiting for that pass to go across the baseline to the corner. And they took that away. And like, that's the type of play when you're playing an overly aggressive physical defense. You have to make those plays to make them pay for the way that they're being aggressive. And because Cincinnati continued turning it over and failing to make those plays, you just flirted with TCU at some point in time was going to make a little bit of a run like they did. I mean, really, Brent, outside of what? That 1 3-minute stretch where it went from like 3 to 10, the game was even.
Yeah.
But Cincinnati never allowed themselves an opportunity to get into a run, to get momentum, because they turned it over 9 times in the first half and 10 times in the second. I mean, they hit the 2 threes to cut it to 6 in the second half. And then they turned it over, I think, 3 of the next 5 possessions. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden that 6 got pushed back up to 10 or 11 or whatever it was. And you're just constantly chasing your tail. Like, they never got pointed in the right direction. The guards didn't play well. Baba, you know, he was okay, but he only got 4 shots and scored 4 points. Yeah, he had 7 assists and 13 rebounds. Like, he did the other stuff really well. Yeah. But Cincinnati needs him to be more than 4 shots for 4 points.
Right.
Only three assists.
Or 3 assists, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the main thing I took away too, is, you know, Abayev hits that 3 and I'm like, wait a minute. Okay. This is the magic that we've had over the last month. Okay. They're going to claw back into it, and then it kind of dissipated after that. But yeah, Wes mentioned it in the postgame presser as well. I mean, he said a lot in only 5 minutes. Pretty impressive. But spoke about how he was excited, like, going up against that defense. He's been familiar with it because they've been able to pass over the top of opposing defenses and get the defense off rotation. Able to space it out and confuse them and find open looks based off that. But you saw active hands out of TCU. Punch is, he's not tall, he's shorter, but 7-foot wingspan, kind of like what you're saying, Chad. That like DeJuan Blair was short, but he had long arms to grab rebounds.
It's the old Cincinnati Big East teams.
Yeah,
And
Maxiel Hicks, just long arms, ability to
Max never played in the Big East, shockingly.
Oh yeah,
it feels like he did. Max never played in the Big East.
Right. Last year was the
Hicks senior year was the first year.
Yeah, that's funny you mentioned it, but gosh, that game against Iowa in the tournament. I mean, tournament's right around the corner. We're gonna have a bracket in our hands next Monday, so I just had to reminisce on the good times. Yeah, it's they were very active defensively, and also you mentioned the turnovers. This is the third highest turnover mark that the Bearcats have had all year, and it just happened to come at the worst time of the season. The other two were in the non-con, if you can believe that or not. Dayton, 23 against them, 20 against Tarleton State. So, boy, oh boy, two interesting games that ended up both being wins. So the turnover bug didn't really hurt them too much there. But yeah, when you turn over the ball that much, it doesn't matter how hot you are shooting from deep. That's just so many empty possessions that you just lose. There's no attempt at a rebound. There's no chance at a second point. It's just you are giving the ball away countless times, and you add in a couple of empty possessions with missed layups or missed bad shots, and all of a sudden those kind of count as turnovers a little bit in my eyes too. So it's hard to come out of that hole, especially when you said, Chad, even the entire game. In the first half, you kind of felt that little run that the Bearcats were putting on. They were up 5, and then Day had an open 3. He would have hit that during February, and that would have extended the lead out to 8. And then all of a sudden you're like, okay, Cincinnati's got a hold of it, but they missed it, and that was a run by TCU, brought it back to tied, but it was very ping pong back and forth. Ryan Royer has joined. Ryan, are you limping in? Are you? Can I get a how are we? Are we feeling spry after the weekend, or did you watch a second of the basketball game?
We watched the first half before we had to go do an event, but while the game was, at its best moments, we were in it. But we were getting updates on our phone for the second half, and then it's Bearcats down 10, Bearcats down 12. Yeah. So that wasn't a good moment on the Saturday, but sometimes when you're with all the boys down in Broadway, you can kind of forget about this loss, sadly.
Did AP pick up the tab?
Yes, AP, Desmond, and Josh. They all split it, and we put some hurting on them.
Look, AP's got to pick up that tab. He can't have Des and Josh paying for stuff at this.
This was before this happened.
He knew he was getting
word
paid.
On the street that it was a signed, steel delivered deal days ago.
They call him Alec Paid now.
Yeah, you can say that. He was getting calls out on the course because it was Alec and who was his partner? I'm blanking. Wow.
Danny Dimes.
No, it was Alec and someone else, and it was me and Wiley. Why can't I remember this guy's name?
Was it just a rando?
No, I'm just forgetting. But he was just getting calls the whole time from his agent.
It was Sauce Gardner. That was it. Yeah.
No.
It's crazy you forgot his name.
I got to think. But yeah, and so it was just like it was a crazy situation for him to be in, like hanging out with all us idiots, the biggest moment of his life.
Does Wiley know all the hot spots on Broadway?
Yeah, Wiley showed us a bunch of places that were, away from, your usual like Broadway big name places. And then the restaurant He took us to Prime and Proper, Nashville. It was incredible. I mean, I think the steak was better than Jeff Ruby's steak. And the sides, I mean, I don't really ball out on the sides and stuff when I go to Ruby's, but like they just basically gave us every side and every appetizer, and every single thing was
Did
phenomenal.
they know who you guys were?
I mean, no one recognized me. I was kind of surprised.
Wait, really? Damn,
Well,
dude.
Josh had set it all up. So we had like a private room with like a projector, and like they had like pictures up of like Bolden and Huber, and then somehow, some way, pictures of me like getting changed that morning somehow made it into the slideshow. Some nude images, not full nude, but there was some coverage. Not much, not like a stock, but yeah.
Crypt Keeper's wondering if he can get a copy of those images. And
by Crypt Keeper, he means Brent. He means Brent.
Yeah. Will Adams has plenty of them, so you can reach out to him.
Fair enough. Hot take on steakhouses real quick. You know what? It's gotten to the point where you eat so much of the damn appetizers and the sides and whatnot. Like you get that big old steak in front of you, and you're like, "Damn, I'm already pretty much full." What
size you go with, Royer? I'm looking at him here. It looks like a pretty good.
I got the 18-ounce New York strip. Because I mean, I didn't know that they were gonna buy the dinner, so like you could go get like the $200 like Australian Wagyu
New York.
And I was
strip,
like,
yeah,
I wanted to try it, but I was like, I mean, the amount of food they were bringing out, I was like, all right, we're gonna be splitting this tab up. And
seafood towers, or like, are we talking?
I mean, they had like salmon egg caviar dip. They had like these crab roll things. They had beef tartare, salads. What else? I mean, I've never seen.
Did you get crab beignets? That sounds delicious.
Is that what it is when it's like a little roll with the crab inside it?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was next level eating. I mean, it was probably my favorite meal I've ever had, just because the food quality, the variation, and then like all your best friends from back in the 17 through 21 era just back together, drinking. It was great. I'll always remember it. It was a great weekend. Voice is a little gone, but fighting through it.
Off air, I can't wait to get the real story of the weekend. That'll be exciting. From the Military Bowl in 2018 all the way to the Prime and Proper. Is that what you said? Whatever that state.
Yeah, Prime and Proper Nashville.
Yeah. There we go. How about that? Well, we'll get more into it. Touching on the whole thrilling side of the NFL free agency so far today, but we gotta keep talking about the sad stuff, or I guess uplifting stuff if you have rose-colored glasses for this upcoming week. But either way, Royer, they got down on the second half, and then they just could not come back. Kind of full circle back to what you were saying, Chad. Okay, so the second lowest fouls called against TCU in a game that they played all year. Pretty fun. Outside of that, do you guys think that obviously the more physical team that the Bearcats play, the more they struggle in those type of games? I just think that they've been able to kind of beat teams with their finesse, with offensive ability, kind of spacing the floor and getting going. But the second that they face these physical teams, they kind of struggle. And I know Iowa State would be kind of the outlier going against that. But it definitely seemed like on Saturday, TCU brought the punch, and it really stymied Cincinnati and didn't really give them a chance to really bounce back at all.
I mean, sorry, it's been a long weekend. I think the offense bogs down against the more physical teams.
Yeah.
I think teams that play a little bit more of read and react type defense allows Cincinnati to get the ball in the spots that they want them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, get the ball moving, get the ball to Baba on the wing, let Baba play downhill and make a decision to score, pass, whatever. Like there was very, very little of that. They pushed the offense. This is the big thing for me. And Day and Jizzle have had problems with this for 3 years.
Yeah.
If teams can successfully push them back and make them play sideways, the offense grinds to a halt. The crazy thing, Aaron, it was 18 of 24, 19 of 24 made baskets were assisted. So
Correct.
like when they did it, when they moved the ball quick,
23.
they got the raw 23, 19 assists on 23 made baskets. That's a huge number. When they got it moving and got what they wanted, it worked. But they just were so slow at times moving the ball. They allowed TCU to just load up and be in position. A lot of times, like you talk about throwing it over the top with the cross-court passes, they were in the passing lanes.
Yeah.
Like they had UC's offense scouted really well. They frustrated it. And yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, it's been a problem with Houston a bunch of times. It's been it wasn't this year, but it's been a problem with Iowa State a bunch of times. You know, the teams that can accomplish that really, really throw this offense off. And that's what they're trying to do. Like that's their, you know, that's their design. That's their goal on defense. And boy, it worked on Saturday.
Yes, it did. You know, they said this multiple times on the broadcast. I'm sure that you probably couldn't hear much of the sound, Chad, but like how the officiating caters to teams' identities, like they respect teams, like when they play a physical nature, like a Houston does, like an Iowa State does, and I guess like TCU does, and like they mentioned it numerous times, just saying, you know, the officials know coming into the game, this is the type of game it's going to be. So, you know, they're going to let them play a little bit more. Obviously, noticing your change of Twitter profile pic, Chad, you have some sort of a feel on that officiating. I guess, do you agree with that notion that the game is officiated based off of the respect for how one team plays? It just
no
little interesting.
I mean, honestly, I don't feel like I watched a game where TCU fouled a lot, even though they were physical.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were legally physical for most of, like they were in legal guarding position and they kept Cincinnati from getting where they wanted to go. Like I didn't feel like it was a terribly officiated game.
As far as officiating goes, it wasn't even in the top 10 worst games of this season.
No.
Not anywhere near the top 10. I mean,
it's insane that they played that physical and fouled, I think, 9 times.
Sure.
9 times, yeah.
But
10.
I think Aaron and I are both. I will complain about the officiating when I think the officiating sucks.
Yeah.
I did not walk away from that game thinking that crew had a bad day.
No.
In any way, shape, or form.
And also, it wasn't necessarily a game where it was like, oh, Cincinnati's within 2 possessions with like a minute and a half left, where officiating would have a true, you know, effect on it. It was kind of one of those where it was like, once TCU took a lead, it was just trying to scrape and claw back.
They were older brother that just had his hand on your forehead while you're swinging away at him. Now, of course, Doug Sermons did his Doug Sermons thing where he had to walk over to the microphone, strut over to the microphone and tell us what's going on. Shut up, Doug. Shut up.
Before this season, I don't know that I can even recall anybody finding themselves on the microphone as many times as Doug Sermons has found himself
it's
on
like
the
4
microphone.
times a game, dude.
It's
That's all he wants
crazy.
to do.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't hate him nearly as much if his crew wasn't always at the monitor. And then this year, somebody told him he's allowed to be on the microphone. And he just He's over there giving soliloquies. Asshat.
He missed his calling. WWE, you get to be on the mic as much as you want.
Right?
I mean, he does like the way he looks.
Do you think we can get him on this podcast?
Yeah, can we get him on?
He likes to talk. We'll get him and Bishel.
Actually, I probably could.
Get him and Bishel, and we'll just all step away and just give them 2 hours, and no one will stop.
I know somebody that knows him fairly well. Like I probably could get him on this.
Know somebody that knows somebody that knows something about it. Okay.
No, just I know somebody that knows Doug Sermons.
Did I see somebody say that he searches his name on Twitter? Like he's one of those guys?
I believe he does, yeah.
Well, I haven't said anything, but this fan base certainly has.
Well, his Doug Sermons schedule went mini viral on Twitter last week after the whole,
because he played he repped 22 straight games or something.
Oh, it's insane. And I mean that's a lot. That's a hard schedule to hop in, fly, ref a game, sleep, hop in, fly, ref a game, sleep. It's just a pretty nuts of schedule, but either way, that's a job. It's a job, and you know what? He does an okay enough job at it, I guess. But a lot of people would probably disagree. Either way, have him on the pod. I'm sure the numbers would go bonkers. We'd go freaking mini viral ourselves. Chad stepped away for a minute. Might be an important phone call. So let's
No, it's just Kelsey.
Okay.
She just got home. She walked 4 miles and she had to let me know.
Oh, heck yeah, Cal. Keep it up, girl. That's what I'm talking about.
She walked 2 miles after school, then went to Pilates, hot Pilates, then came home and took the dog on a 4-mile walk after that.
Let's go.
I mean, we're 20 days from our beach vacation, so
yeah. Oh, I'm team walk all the way. I walk too much if I'm being honest, but bottom of my feet would tell you that story. Either way, though, that's the end of the regular season. Quick, Chad, what did we finish the regular season record? 17 and 14.
17 and 14, yeah.
End of the regular season last year. Aaron, what did we finish the regular season last year?
I don't remember.
17 and 14.
Year before, Ryan Royer, what did we finish?
17 and 14.
Oh, we were 18 and 13, brother. Really close. Good job.
Gotcha.
But
dang,
just a crazy little interesting thing. It is the first year, obviously, most wins in the Big 12 era. Finished 9-9, 500. I disagree that's not something to be, so some people might say, that's something to be proud of. I think sure. But need more. In the end though, it leads to having to play in the first round, no bye yet again. And that brings us to the Big 12 tournament. Kicks off tomorrow. I'm sure there will be no more shows before the 3 p.m. tip-off. So that's what we got right now. First off, shouts to Baba Miller. Second team All Big 12. Hats off to him, even though, it's these major conferences. It's kind of hilarious because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players on the first team. And then it goes back to 5 for the second team. So I'm going to say Baba Miller was second team no matter what. I don't care if there's multiple people. And then honorable mention was for Mustafa Cham. That joins honorable mention last year was Jizzle James. Year before, Aziz Bandago and Dan Skillings were honorable mentions.
Yeah.
And then John Newman, as I mentioned earlier, was on the Big 12 all defensive team. So hats off to Baba Miller. First time that a Bearcat has landed on one of those first team, second team, third teams for the conference. Utah, 3 p.m. tomorrow. Gentlemen, I guess give me first what you want to see tomorrow and kind of an overarching theme. The hardest thing about the TCU game was the fact that every single bubble team in the entire country lost pretty much over the weekend. So if Cincinnati would have beaten TCU, they would probably be in the tournament mocked right now. but instead it's a little bit of a magic needed down this trip, and that starts tomorrow. Chad, what do you want to see out of the Bearcats as they try and bounce back in a big way? Still playing good basketball, not really too much against TCU though.
I mean, they were not good against Utah the first time. They won in spite of how they played. You know what you're getting now, and you're going to be let's be honest, you're going to be facing a Utah team that thinks we're better than Cincinnati. Yeah. Like, we went into their place and had them down by 5 with 90 seconds to go. So I think you're going to need to get on them early. Like, you do, they're bad, right? They finished last in the conference. They're having a terrible season. You do not want to let them be in a position coming out of halftime thinking, we can win this game. Like, we can go on a run here in the Big 12 conference tournament. We can get a dub over the number 9 seed, like the 9 seed. We're as good as the 9 seed. Mm-hmm. You got to come out and do what they've done, other than, the Utah game, the Texas Tech game, and the TCU game, where they've gotten up pretty quick. Yeah. And been able to just keep their foot on the gas, maintain the lead, and kind of cruise to victory. Look, the reality here is the only chance you've got to make the NCAA tournament is to get to Thursday and then somehow, some way beat Arizona. That's the only shot you've really got at this thing. Yep. So you want to get up big. You want to kind of be able to, you're not going to be able to rest guys because they're with injuries and everything. Like, they don't have a lot of bodies to throw out there.
Right.
But you're going to want to try to keep a little mileage off the tires. The last thing you want is to grind out a game in the 60s. Yeah. That looks like the game that they played at UC. Grind out a game in the 60s and advance, and not feel real good about yourself going into Central Florida. So play well. Like, I think they've got to, especially early, take advantage, keep Utah in check, and, kind of coast as much as you can in the conference tournament into Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean, jump out early for sure. Utah's coming off the heels of a great performance against Baylor, where they lost 101-75. Game before that, they lost at home to Colorado, 92-78. They are coming in reeling a little bit. Aaron, any quick thoughts as the Utes await the Bearcats tomorrow?
No, I mean, this is kind of one of those situations where if you want to have any hope, like we kind of already talked about, you've got to do the unthinkable. And if you're going to be able to pull off the unthinkable, you've got to make quick haste of Utah. And you just kind of have to use it as a tune-up game, really. If you're able to get some type of minutes from Halvin Zella and is Jordy still? I don't know what he was listed on the injury report recently.
I think he's been just a healthy sick.
He was sick. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you can get any type of minutes out of Abayev, Jordy, Buck, Zella, see what you can do, and just hopefully just coast and get to Wednesday.
I'm with Chad. Would have liked a little bit more minutes out of Abayev on Saturday after he hit that first 3. It's like, okay, I mean, what more are we going to do? We need some.
You're struggling to play offense, like,
right? Yeah,
putting Buck in when you take Celestine out.
It was a decision.
On nights that the offense is humming, sure. Nights that you're on pace to score 80, 90 points,
right?
There's 14 minutes for Buck in that game. On nights you're trending towards the 60s.
Yeah.
I mean, he just smoked 2 layups.
Yes. And also just was his 3 was about on par for what we're used to. Yeah, it was rough, but you know what? I hate to go back to the TCU game. TCU is playing like the 17th best team in the country since February 21st. So yes, that's a weird little 5-game winning streak stat, but I mean they're playing really really well. And yes, as Chad and Aaron, you both mentioned, you win 3 in a row at the Big 12 tournament. Bart Torvik, our buddy, says 80% chance that the Bearcats are in the field if they somehow win 3 in a row. Royer, I'm gonna feed it on a platter for you. In order to win 3 in a row, they beat Utah, then they play UCF on Wednesday. Then they play Arizona. So what's some, you've been pretty spot on with your basketball takes this year. What's the recipe for success to pull off 3 games in 3 days?
I think you're gonna have to score 80 points, average 80 points over the 3 games offensively, especially that Arizona game. I mean, I think you can beat Utah by scoring 60 points, but I would love to see like a 60-ish to 80-ish 20-point, get the offensive confidence rolling into that UCF game. And I think that's going to be a scrappy battle against UCF in that second round. But I think the Bearcats have the better team, and when they weren't playing well, they had a chance to beat them at UCF, but I think it's a completely different team right now. So I really like us in these first 2 games. I mean, I don't think anyone here or in America is going to pick us to win that Arizona game, and it's just going to have to be a shoot the lights out, score 80 points and just somehow keep them right in the 70s. But
Ryan, your best case is you hope, like with this glass floor, that like some weird shit happens in the first 2 days, and Arizona's like, nah, we're not putting our guys out there and risking that.
If they concede, does that count as a win towards our resume, or would the selection committee be
they'd play backup guys, like they got enough guys to play. You just wouldn't see like Burries or Bradley or
any of the all conference players.
Yeah, any of the 3 first-team all-conference guys.
Yeah, or maybe they get like a little stomach bug or something.
Yeah.
Where's it at? I can't remember. Where's the
Kansas City?
Yeah, they eat some bad barbecue or something.
Oh, okay.
The team at the night before, trying to get ready for
figured out.
We got to send in a BCJ spy to, make sure they undercook some of that barbecue. That might give us a better shot.
Yeah.
No, but I think it's got to be the offensive rhythm that led to the 20-point victories down the stretch for us to close out the regular season. And I'd feel a lot more confident in that ability by seeing them go out and take care of business, get that confidence up in our shooters, seeing the ball go in the net against a much lesser opponent. And just hoping, it's going to be hard. 3 games in 3 days is going to be hard. And that UCF game is going to be, I think it's going to be a little bit of a brawl.
Especially because UCF is like stumbling down the stretch. It's a weird scenario.
They're falling.
They fell off a cliff.
They are.
It's like
Toonsis the driving cat was at the wheel of that car.
If you win by 20 in that, like, selection committee's got to be like, wait a minute, what's going on?
I feel like UCF's going to turn it on. Because they need to. It's like, they need to get right.
They thought that for 2 weeks, though.
Yeah. We'll see. But, obviously, Brent, we prefer 2 20-point wins in a row.
Wouldn't that be what I'm saying about UCF, Brent?
What?
They are who we thought they were. Let them off the hook.
Yeah. Well,
there are no cliffs. There are no cliffs in Orlando, yet they seem to have found one and drove straight off of it.
Must have been one of those rides. They might have took one of the rock
Disney
and roller
coaster. Universal. Oh, the rock and roller coaster, brother. I think they rebranded the rock and roller coaster. It's no longer.
No, I think they tore it down at Universal.
Did they No, it's at MGM Studios in Disney World.
Oh, okay.
Rock and roller coaster.
There's a rock and roller coaster at Universal too, or some rock something roller coaster.
Oh yeah. Oh, here we go. It closes for a band re-theme. What's it gonna be? What's the new
Aerosmith's
theme?
canceled.
Aerosmith canceled. They must have dug up something. I don't know what
Steven Tyler.
what the re-theme will be. Someone in the it's Muppets. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Anyway, back to our scheduled performance. Yeah. Well, I mean, although less than 2 full weeks ago, I mean, UCF did demolish BYU at BYU. So yes, the last 3
and it
weeks,
has been off a
games,
cliff from there.
Yeah, the last 3 games have been rough, to say the least.
I mean, if we beat them by 20 points, I mean, obviously it doesn't work like how we wanted to. I feel like they should just swap us in whatever seed they were going to give them.
You know what? Like, that's the most frustrating part because I feel like we do this every year. It's like, if this and that would have happened, but I mean, every bubble team says this, but literally every bubble team outside of San Diego State, Ohio State, and VCU lost this weekend. And like teams like SMU are stumbling, like Missouri stumbling, Texas stumbling. Like all these teams are just falling at the right time. And I mean, Cincinnati, they lost by 10, but it's not like they're out here losing by 20 and getting disgraced like Indiana is. I don't know. It's very.
They've been one of the best teams in college basketball the past month.
Yeah, that's right. We still are even after Saturday. It's like 9th in the country, not 6th. So something to think about there. It's obviously you face an Arizona team. That'd be awesome. The last thing that I want to see happen is a season end at the hands of the UCF Knights for back-to-back years, and that would be rough, man. That would be rough. Nothing says like, you know what? It wasn't the best season like playing on Tuesday at 3 p.m. on ESPN Plus against the Utah Utes. So that's what we got.
Nothing screams success like that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is as fascinating a week as maybe I can remember in my 20 years doing this.
Okay. Fair enough.
I mean, because I just don't know how you sell the fan base on bringing him back if you don't make the tournament.
Yeah.
I just don't you're not going to be able to sell it to them. Like there's not going to be a path outside of what? Maybe like you win the first 2 games and then you lose in the final 10 seconds against Arizona. But at least then you could try to sell like we feel like West turned the corner in the league. Like, he beat a couple top teams. He took a top 4 team in the country to the wire on a neutral floor. Like maybe there's something to sell, but it comes down to, and look, I know everybody gets mad when I bring up the money, but I'm not in the business of spending other people's money. And if you fire Wes, it's $10 million before April 1st. It's $4.5 million after. I do think if you decide to fire him, you say, hey, we don't want to wait until April 1st. We're willing to negotiate that portion of the buyout down. But if you're not willing to do that, then we'll wait until April 1st. And then you'll only get 4.5. Like, I think there's a path there, but then we've talked about if you're going to hire like a Josh Schertz or a Jared Calhoun, their buyouts are both in the $4 million range. Mm-hmm. Now you're at, $9, $10, $11 million to fire your coach, then to go hire somebody else's coach. And then those people that you're asking to pay that buyout, now you're also going to go back to them and ask them for NIL money. Like, there's a lot to it. It's a lot of money.
These players.
What's that?
I said, yeah, they got to go ask for more NIL money because we're going to lose guys on the current roster that would.
You'll lose the whole team. You'll have to start over and build an entirely new team from scratch. again for the second year in a row. Like I get it. I understand that perspective. I understand that side of the conversation. But the other side of the conversation is this fan base is not going to be on board. I legitimately, outside of making the tournament, I don't know how you sell the fan base on year 6. And, you know, that makes it entirely difficult because, you know, look, the lower bowl seats are going to sell. Like if people give up their lower bowl seats, there are going to be people that are going to buy them. But one of the things that was incredible about this year, guys, is even when things were as low as the low can get, that upper deck was still pretty damn full.
Yeah.
Like they were still putting 10,000 people in the building on a regular basis to watch a team that was dead in the water on February 5th. And that's a lot of money to lose. Like, is it as much as losing your donors? No. Is it as much as, you know, whatever the cost is? I don't know. I don't know the math on that. I don't know how that, you know, because honestly, if we're being honest, it's a bottom line driven business, whether we like to admit it or not. Some people don't give a shit about the bottom line because they have the donors that can erase those mistakes if you make them. I don't think Cincinnati's in that position. So, you know, you're going to have to cost analysis on what you think is the right move to make. It's a lot more complicated than cut and dry, make the tournament fire, you know, stays, don't make the tournament fired. But I don't think that matters to the fans. I think they just see it as in the tournament, he gets another year, out of the tournament, time for a new coach. And I don't know how you're going to be able to get them back on board if they check out until there's a new coach. Man. But Tyler, what if they don't start winning next season? That's the question.
Yeah.
Sure, fans will show up if they start winning, but if you only have 6, 8, whatever million, see what I did there, Brent? I avoided it.
Yeah, it's so easy to do. So easy.
If you've only got, you know, if your roster is 5 million less than the top half of the league, you're probably not going to win a whole lot. Are the fans going to show up because there's a new coach to watch a team go 4-12 in the conference? I don't know. I don't have that answer.
I mean, they literally just had their first player land on a first team, second team, third team, all conference, and we're not in the tournament. So it's a and a lot of that obviously had to do with the non-con. So, but still, it's just, man, it's a lot going on. Obviously, that's why next Monday's show should be fascinating because there will be a bracket in hand, and by gosh, if it's a crown bracket that we're staring at, got a whole other conversation to have, and that's not the one I'm looking forward to. Who knows? It's going to be a tough week. You know, it's similar. Like 2 years ago, you beat a West Virginia team in a thrilling game. If you remember that one, Day and CMOS hit so many threes. Then that next game, you take down Kansas. Who, sure, they were missing a lot of players, but still, you beat Kansas by 20. Then you had a chance to beat Baylor. You beat that Baylor team. You're probably it's surprisingly how close they were to making it into the tournament that year. If you ran the numbers again, I think they were one of the first 4 teams out. And then, of course, in that year, they lost at Oklahoma to close out the year, a game that they shouldn't have lost. It's just so many correlations. So
against a terrible Oklahoma team.
Yeah.
That had like 3 guys hurt. Like that was an awful loss. Awful loss.
Really bad. And earlier in February, they lost at home to an Oklahoma State team that was terrible as well. So just so many what ifs. I just remember that Oklahoma game. They fouled the 3-point shooter like 3 different times.
3 times.
What are we doing? What are we doing, guys? Come on. But lot can
We're in
change.
for a very, very interesting week because it can.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious when I say this. Like it can go. Usually, we're pretty well prepared. We're pretty well prepared. I have no idea how things are going to go, depending on any of the possible outcomes this week.
Yeah. So lock in. The craziest part is you do go on that little 3-game miracle run with how bad the bubble has been down the stretch. You probably are pretty close to being right there in the tournament because
Yeah,
you're going to see a lot of the other teams lose.
If they beat Arizona, I think that puts you in.
Oh, I think it's you're in. There's no doubt. But I mean, even Royer's side of things, they beat UCF handily, and they really, really push it against against Arizona closely. Then you have all these other teams like SMU loses in the opening round, Cal loses in the opening round, Indiana loses early. So many things fall that way. And, Miami wins the MAC tournament. Obviously, you need a lot of dominoes to fall, but if that happens, then you're probably sweating it out still, which then is just like, well, you could have won one of these games. So
let me be honest here, Tyler. If this is how it plays out, if they wait until April 1st, fire Wes, I usually keep it pretty neutral. We're here to talk about the news and talk about what's going on and give our opinions, whatever. If you have the opportunity to be one of the top jobs in the cycle and you decide you're going to make a change and you piss it away by waiting until April 1st to make a move, buddy, I will lose my shit. Like that's the only way. If you're going to move on, if you're going to keep him, whatever, the only way you can really fuck this up is to let him go, but wait until April 1st to do it, miss out on your top targets, and have to go to the second tier to hire somebody to come in here and be Wes Miller.
Yeah, I mean, and if it comes down to the second tier, or give Wes Miller,
and you reevaluate the situation next year when the buyout drops to $1 million.
Right. That's the thing. It's just because right now it's pretty damn tiered on the options out there, and so I agree.
I will lose we might not have another guest from the university ever on this show network again. If they go that route.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
I'll burn it all down.
A lot can happen in a week. I'll tell you that much. You know what? Get hot, win the first 2 games, and then see what happens on Thursday. That's about all we can say right now. So let's go ahead and timestamp this, and then we'll riff with my buddy.
Golly. This timestamp brought to you by our good friends at Quick Paper Supply, your local and family-owned restaurant supply company for all your non-food products. They service over 150 restaurants with weekly low minimum next-day deliveries. They provide a wide range of food service products from to-go containers, cups, custom-printed products, eco-friendly, and much more. They also have cleaning and restroom supplies for all your janitorial needs. Call Nick 513-470-2029 and reference Bearcats for 20% off your first month of purchases.
Boom, baby. You know what? Ryan, man, golly, Nashville. What a spot, dude. What a spot. Did you guys go to what's that one place? It's at the end. Is it Acme?
Prime and Proper. That's where they went.
Acme Seed and Feed for a little brunch on Sunday.
We did not. The only time we went to a restaurant was the Prime and Proper. We just did McDonald's.
The only time we ate was Prime and Proper.
We did McDonald's breakfasts, we did pizzas, and we did hot dogs on the turn on the golf course.
Impressive. Yeah, we had. I'll tell you off air what we had for breakfast one morning. It was spectacular. It was prepared by very beautiful cooks, and that's all I'll say. Ryan Royer, I'm so excited to riff with you, my friend. It's been way too long. Happy Brian Cook Day. Yes, that's right. Cincy Toughness 101. Happy Kobe Bryant Day. Happy Alec Pierce Day. Friends of the show getting paydays. That's what we like to see. So, but it's time to riff, Ryan. Go ahead and take it away, man.
let's just hit the nail right on the head here. We've done a little flirting. Let's let the nuts hang down for a little and make a bold prediction. How do you see the Bearcats going, through the first 3 games of the tournament, if you think they'll make it there or beyond? And what do you think that yields to the decision of Wes Miller being the coach next season?
I think I just hit on a lot of that, but
what do you think's going to happen?
I don't know. I legitimately, I don't know. Like, I think they beat Utah. I'd be like, Wes is pretty consistent in all facets, as Brent touched on a little bit ago. They win the first game that they play in the Big 12 tournament. I think they win that. UCF, like, I can't imagine losing to them right now. Like, they're a mess. They're an absolute mess.
Beating a team 3 times in a season is crazy talk.
What are you talking about?
We lost at UCF, brother.
Well, we did lose their first one. We did lose that first one.
Yeah,
It's been a long season.
But you're looking forward to us playing West Virginia in the semis. I see what you're doing, brother. I agree. Then it will be hard for them to beat us 3 times in a row.
You can't play West Virginia in the semis.
Or okay, fine, play us in the championship game. I see what you're doing there, brother. I see what you're doing.
That's it. Chess, not champs.
Yeah, there's Ryan's going to sign a 3-year, $40 million contract before West Virginia plays in the Big 12 Conference Championship game.
Just trying to help out my buddy Aaron. That's all I'm trying to do.
I can see a path to Arizona. I can't see them beating Arizona. And then it's for John Cunningham, that's worst case, right? You're in the Big 12 quarters. How do you play Arizona? Is it a close game? Does Arizona win handily? You're probably not going to make the tournament at that point, but you're going to be one of the first teams out if that's the case, I think. It's worst case scenario. I don't know. Like, I want to think they understand that this fan base is going to be completely fractured, not splintered, completely fractured if you bring him back for year 6 and they haven't made the NCAA tournament. That's just my read. Like, it's not a difficult read on the fan base. Go look around any corner of social media. They know. They know.
Regardless, even if you make the tournament and bring West back, there's a certain percentage of the fan base that's all the way out.
But they don't matter at that point because you made what was the mantra coming into the year? Tournament or bust.
I understand.
If they make the tournament, he's coming back. If they don't make the tournament and they bring him back, that's when it gets ugly. Like, those people you weren't going to win over no matter what, Aaron. They could have gone, 22-9 or whatever and been a 7th seed, and those people would have still wanted West fired. Like, that's just where those people are at on West. That's their opinion. That's fine, but they weren't going to be back. They were out on him at the end of last year, and they weren't coming back. So I just, Ryan, I don't know. I don't know the answer to it because at that point, it's a really, really fine line on which way they're going to go forward.
I think they're going to win the first 2, and they're going to lose to Arizona by 12 points, and they're going to bring them back.
Possible.
Yeah, I mean, that is, you say worst case scenario for John Cunningham, worst case scenario for all the diehard fans out there. Yeah, it's yes, I think that's obvious, the most obvious scenario. It would take a Herculean. There we go. Thank you. Hercules effort to come out on top against Arizona, because obviously we mentioned about the physical teams and struggling against physical nature teams, especially with bigs that are physical, and Arizona's like Cincinnati's kryptonite. So
and Arizona, we talked about it when they played. Like, they are the worst case for Cincinnati because they just play you straight up.
Yeah.
And they make you shoot over the top and they guard the hell out of you and you don't get open looks and you don't have the ability to beat your man one-on-one, like it's worst case for Cincinnati's offense the way Arizona plays defense.
Would need like a 16 threes, just bonkers out of your mind.
I don't even know if that would be enough.
I know, that's what I was gonna say. So but yeah, I mean it's pretty terrible that it comes down to this yet again, because you couldn't beat West Virginia at home, you couldn't beat a good TCU team on the road, you couldn't beat Eastern Michigan at home, you couldn't beat bad Xavier team on the road, you couldn't beat a bad West Virginia team at West Virginia. It's just
and even if you say everything's been different since Jizzle James returned, you know what the record is since Jizzle James returned?
they're 500, right?
They're 11-10.
11-10, yeah.
11
But the metrics do love them since he's been back, though. I know that.
Yeah, but they're still not good. They're one game over 500.
Exactly. And what, one of those games was Lipscomb. So, yeah.
Do I think Arizona catching them like in the quarterfinals where double bye? I think that I legit do think that has an impact early in those games where the team that's played comes out, playing well, and the other team takes a little bit to find themselves. But I mean, if we're being honest, I think Arizona is just that much better than Cincinnati that they would walk that down. Whatever that early surge Cincinnati had was, I don't have any doubt Arizona would walk that down.
I mean, you got to look no further than the Baylor game 2 years ago when Cincinnati was up at half, I believe, and started out hot as well. So it was one of those scenarios, and then Baylor just came back and won by double digits. So yeah, I think they do win both, because I do think that they match up pretty damn well against UCF. And then that Arizona game, it'll be tough, because no one has been able to beat Arizona this year, and we'll see. I don't know. And then I just let the powers that be hopefully make the right decision.
Arizona's lost to 2 top 10 teams. Those are their only 2 losses on the year.
Yeah, one was at one of the hardest places to play that Bearcats somehow, some way lost. Pulled out.
Well, it wasn't Big Monday. It's different. Big Monday is different.
Right, Big Monday is different. Yes, that's right. Aaron, you want to sprinkle any more thoughts on this question? Let your nuts hang low. Low.
I've been wrong all season long, so I don't know. I didn't expect them to win 2 games at one point in the entirety of conference play. So it's been a wild ass ride. So maybe they fuck around and win the whole thing. Who knows? Or maybe they lose first round.
Yeah,
maybe they lose first round. I don't know.
Opposite way. All right.
It doesn't. I don't have anything on this. They have befuddled me all season.
You're gonna listen to one of these days. You're gonna be like, you know what? Chad's pretty smart. I should start listening to him.
That would ruin our entire dynamic, and no one would listen to any shows that we do anymore.
What do you think is going to happen with Wes?
I don't know. I think until I see anything that comes up differently, I still think Wes is back.
Okay.
All right, Ryan.
The next question: what was your biggest surprise on former Bearcats today for the NFL signing day?
Mine was Alec.
Because he was the top wide receiver.
No, I know, but I didn't think he was gonna I knew he liked Indianapolis, and I knew that Indianapolis loved him, but I just didn't know that it was gonna be that much of a domino effect where it was just yep, we're trading Pittman too, we are all in on the Daniel Jones and Alec Pierce connection. I mean, Royer didn't even tip me off on it either, which is bad friend thing on his part. But yeah, I would say that because I know what Chad and Aaron's are going to be. So
bullshit. You don't know what mine's going to be. My biggest surprise is Eric Wilson, 3 years, $22.5 million.
That was what I was going to say.
That doesn't make a lick of sense. And the honorable mention is Travis Kelce back with the Chiefs. I did not see. I'm shocked he didn't retire.
What was it?
Yeah.
1 year, 15 million.
12 guaranteed. He had a terrible season last year. I don't know what the Chiefs are thinking. I don't know what he's thinking. Yuck.
He's thinking
come-
I'm going to make another $15 million.
He is
And he's
first
still got,
ballot Hall of Famer.
He's still got
Greatest
like
of all time. Come on.
15 billion to make to catch up to her. So
They're signing a prenup. He's got no access to that money.
the fact that we're right now having TMZ updates on his mom renovating her fucking house. What are we doing?
It's awesome, dude. That's a
Who
Bearcat.
cares? Who
He
cares
says
what
it
she's
with
doing?
love.
I just don't understand how that's TMZ news that she's renovating her house. So stupid.
Even
It
though
might be
in the-
rage baiting, Aaron. That's what the kids say nowadays.
yeah,
Donna's great and all, but I don't give a shit. Why I
she's
don't
on
even want to
that
see it on. I
Raiders.
don't even
There's
want to see
no-
it on my timeline.
There's nobody rage baiting works on better than Aaron Smith.
Oh, for sure.
He is perpetually rage baited.
For
Probably
sure.
accurate.
Even though Travis on the most recent New Heights was like the Cincinnati Bearcats showing up in the Big East, and I was just like, oh, Travis. And then like quietly in the background, Jason was like, Big 12. So it worked out. But yeah,
Like they created rage baiting for Aaron. They're like, we're gonna fuck with this guy
and it worked.
for the rest of his life.
And it
The
worked
worst is
forever.
when the kids in this house are just screaming rage bait, rage bait, rage bait. And I'm at that point, I'm just so mad.
Oh, that's gaslighting, brother. That's gaslighting 101.
They're gaslighting your rage bait.
Ugh, it's the worst.
I thought one of you guys
Radio-
was going to say, "Oh, the Bengals finally signing a Bearcat," but
No,
we're modern philosophers on the rage. bait
Cookie got what he
gaslight mix.
deserved. Good
Oh,
for him. Good for Cookie.
I mean, my main
Ryan,
point of
That's an awesome dude, isn't it?
Cook,
Yeah.
yeah. Cook's an all timer, man.
I mean, he came in. I mean, he could have fought to play in 2019, and he was like, "No, I'm good." And he just fucking worked and stood there like the Predators, scaring the shit out of everybody, and worked. And to see him go from that, I'm serious, guys. Like, I asked people that watched Mount Healthy, what can you tell me about Brian Cook? And they're like, who? And I'm like, Brian Cook. Like, he played DB on those teams. I don't remember him. Now, 3 years, $40 million. Like, well done, sir.
Yes,
Well done.
Well
Put in the
deserved.
work.
His contract is so Cincinnati Bengals though, with only 14 guaranteed, and I don't know. I'd pray for Brian Cook he doesn't get injured to where the Bengals cut bait.
go
'cause
prove him,
I-
go prove him wrong again, brother. My side as well is I'm a little pissed off on the fact that Pat McAfee got the first interview with Alec Pierce after the signing. What the F is that, Ryan? You spend a whole weekend with the boy and you can't even tell him to wait for the BBP? God
Yeah,
damn.
Unbelievable. Did you get any of them to agree to come on? Did
Yeah.
you forget?
I got
coming
some
on?
agreements.
Who's coming on?
It's a surprise.
Surprise. We're going to talk about it all.
I'm not gonna make any guarantees on air.
One of them was the mystery man that golfed with Alec Pierce that we can't even remember his name. Either way. Good.
Brent,
You know, if you get
It was
Wiley on here,
It was Will Huber. I just remember now.
Oh, it was Will Huber. Wow.
What a hell, I couldn't
Golly.
remember.
Tight end, turned linebacker, turned pass rush specialist, turned great guy, Will Huber. All right, Royer, what was your biggest
yeah,
surprise?
I was just gonna say, you realize if you get Wiley on here, it's just gonna be me and him cussing at each other for an hour.
I know. That would be fun.
Oh, I'm gonna have a great time with it.
Royer, biggest surprise for you?
Mine was Kobe. Kobe leaving Seattle to go to the Bears. I thought they would have tried to keep him there.
I
But
think
maybe
they did.
yeah. I guess the Bears made a lot of moves on their defense, and Kobe was, high-end safety after how he played this year. So going over to a team with some momentum, getting what he deserved as well. So surprised and also happy for all the guys, man. It was huge. And it's crazy. You just look at that, like that 2021 team, man, like all those guys that are in the mix, that are signing big contracts, that are making plays. It's crazy to think about.
Yep, it is. Makes you think, you know what? That team was pretty damn good, huh? Pretty good.
They were, man.
Yeah.
Good men.
Good old Kobe Bryant to the Indiana Bears. Who would have thought? Can't wait to see how that turns out. All right, you got another one?
Brent, why don't you just segue us to the tip, touch, and topic of the Wolfenworth Royer?
The TTT of the week, the triple T, if you will. Not diners, drive-ins, and dives. We're talking tip, touch, and tip of the week. Topic of the week. Yes, there we go. So you know what, we like to keep pushing on this whole USA ordeal. We like to mention the fact that, hey, you know what, USA beat Canada in the gold medal game in the Olympics. No biggie. Hockey, that's right, Ryan Royer's second favorite sport, hockey. Big victory for them. Now the World Baseball Classic is popping off. Little home run derby for the boys in the red, white, and blue. So then you were like, hey, what's like the one, like, you know, national thing? Is it the World Cup? Is it the World Baseball Classic? You get really thrilled when you see the U.S. men's national team in basketball take home a gold? Or like, what is the one thing that you get the most pride about? Is it the Ryder Cup? Are you hoping one day the Ryder Cup comes home with the U.S. of A.? What's the next big victory that you want the USA to take a hold of and bring home? Boom.
I feel like the World Cup, it would be the biggest, and it would be the biggest shock as well. Yeah, I mean, that just like the world stage, like, you know, soccer is the biggest sport in the world, and we it's been what, like since the past, I don't know, 12 years, it's like, oh, USA is like starting to come on the scene. Like they might, no one was like they're gonna ever win it, but they're gonna like be more respectable, and we should be. You know, the amount of money that goes into youth sports, professional sports, amateur sports here, the resources kids have comparatively to, you know, all across the world, like we should be in the conversation and performing at a higher level. And I just think that if they were able to go out there and win the World Cup, that'd be, you know, unbelievable.
That would be.
I'm not a huge soccer fan, but that would definitely I'd be locked in on that. But I still think the Olympic hockey gold medal game is my favorite. I love it. And I love they were able to do it. I love Miracle growing up and love hockey. So that was a big moment for me in my sports watching career.
I was gonna go World Cup, but Ryan stole my thunder, so I'm gonna pivot and I'm gonna go flag football. Give me the gold in flag football with an average score of 156-7. Because I think that we should dominate, and I want to embarrass everyone. I want them to high step. I want to just destroy the entire world in a sport that no one else has any business playing.
Wow. Okay. Fair enough.
I'd like to get back to the point where the men's Olympic gold medal in basketball is just a USA foregone conclusion.
Yeah, that French game was a little too close for comfort, but
those days are gone.
I know they are. The world has gotten really good at basketball, clearly, but we should be better than any other individual country. Like if it was the world against the USA, okay, but there should be no other country.
I still think we should win that.
I mean, it should be close, but there should be no other country that challenges the USA men's national basketball team. That's our game, damn it.
Yeah.
Even though it was invented by a guy from Canada. We stole it like the rest of the country. from the Indians.
Yeah, I
Great
mean,
history lesson, Chad.
Thanks.
although that one triple by Steph Curry was just phenomenal, but when Victor Wembanyama exists, it's gonna be a challenge every year.
He might win a title this year. I would not rule it out.
Okay. My thought is, how about Saraba Net Travelcar leading the U.S. in cricket? Let's take home the cricket championship of the world and just start dominating every single thing we can, one by one. Starting with World Baseball Classic, then the World Cup. Obviously, the World Cup is the answer, Ryan. Good job. You got that low-hanging fruit. You ran with it. And then let's just keep winning every single one. Why not? Why not? Let's do it. And that's it. That's Repping with Royer. Maybe we can have our own little challenge and we can all fight together. I'd love that.
You and Ryan do have your own little challenge.
I'm
Yeah,
out.
we do.
And boy, do we fight together.
Quick Paper Supply, your local and family-owned restaurant supply company for all your non-food products. They provide mostly disposable restaurant supplies, to-go containers, cups, pizza boxes, to-go bags, can liners, napkins. They've been open since 2009 and are one of the largest minority-owned companies in the city. Call Nick, 513-470-2029, and reference Bearcats for 20% off your first month of purchases.
Boom. It's about time for that mailbag. And you know what? It's brought to us by someone special, Chad.
It's brought to us by our good friend Greg Hooden. I know he was here early in the show.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen him in the chat for a while. And he's usually, for whatever reason, Greg's usually like 3 minutes behind. So he'll catch up and he'll say hi. But go see Greg. He works at Beachmont Toyota for all your new and used vehicle needs. Greg will get you taken care of. You can stop down and see him in the showroom, or all you got to do is hit him up on social media at Cincy Greg Hooden. There he is.
Baby.
With the classic time.
At Cincy Greg Hooden on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, all over the place. You name it, Instagram, Greg is there. And he will listen to what you have to say. Listen to hear what kind of car you're looking for, and then he'll find it because he's that good at finding cars and selling cars to Bearcat fans. So go see Greg. Tell him Ryan Royer's sock sent you.
Oh, I like that. The legendary sock.
It's been worn so many times, it's developed a mind of its own.
I like. Oh, wow.
I don't.
Just because it can stand up by itself doesn't mean it has a mind of its own.
Amen. No free ads.
Money now.
No free ads, but Embers Montgomery is what Greg Hooden said. So, shouts to
if I'm going to challenge Ruby's in Cincinnati, it's going to be 3rd and Main over in Aurora.
Okay.
Have you been, Brent?
No.
It's outstanding. It's Indiana. I thought that's like your neck of the woods over there.
Aurora, Indiana?
Yeah.
No. Aurora's right there by Lawrenceburg. Yeah. So it's technically it's barely Indiana.
It's Indiana.
Okay. It's Indiana.
And it's really good. Really good.
Well, next time I'm up in that neck of the woods, I'll give it a look and head over to Lawrenceburg for some fun afterwards.
If you can get past the smell of Seagram's.
Oh, you're not a big fan of little gin?
It does not smell like gin. I promise you that.
No.
Okay, fair enough. Well, real quick before we hop in the mailbag,
are we going to Concepts afterwards? Is that what you were saying?
Was leading that way, and I'm happy you picked up what I was putting down there. But yes, spring ball did start. Spring practice. Oh, Mr. Oh, there you go. Yes. Spring practice started, Ryan. I don't know if you knew about that, but new center in town, Tarantino is. I think that was probably the biggest takeaway so far. Took most of their snaps.
I think that's kind of what we all expected.
Yeah.
He has said off the record before that that's kind of his favorite spot, and I think he'd
Mhm.
like that versatility potentially on his draft profile.
Yeah.
That he can play guard and center. That makes you a valuable entity. That's who I'd been expecting to be the guy at center. So there you go.
And then Jizzle James had a good day at cornerback.
Daniel James.
Daniel played at TCU on Saturday. Oh,
He did.
No. Yeah.
He did. I mean, well, at least the picture.
I mean, that's nuts. And like the funny thing is, like he's wearing the same suit and the tie, so it's like
it was the static background picture that they're using for all the athletes for their profile pictures this year. Somebody had to have just like James Cincinnati in AI, and it popped out Daniel. Like I don't.
Crazy.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's mailbag it up.
All right, mailbags.
More to come in spring practice in the upcoming days, and then of course in more pods and whatnot. So keep it locked in.
Mailbag's light. I gave you guys 24 hours to fill it up, and it's light. I don't understand. I never understand.
Well,
I give you.
Well, the waters are rocky right now with the fan hood. If you didn't notice already, Aaron. So I imagine that's why.
We'll get
was
started off
that day.
Get started off in the football portion of the mailbag, and we're done with the football portion of the mailbag. So we will move on to the basketball portion of the mailbag.
And we are done with the basketball portion of the mailbag.
we do have some basketball questions. And unfortunately, we've gone over a lot of these, but I'll read them anyway. Is it a foregone conclusion that West is definitely safe? Do the results of this week, both individual games and making the tournament, or not matter at all this point? We pretty much, that was Ryan's question, more or less. I don't know that any of us believe that he is definitely safe. And I don't know that any of us believe he is definitely fired. It is all up in the air.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I mean, the good thing about every bubble team losing is that the bubble kind of stays the way it is. So someone's got to come out and be the last crapper into the big dance. So
the last
expand the tournament.
Crapper.
The last crapper.
Bitter.
I thought you said cracker.
Oh Jesus.
No.
That's not a nice way to talk about mid-major basketball teams.
Moving on.
Wright State just played.
That's my anyway.
That's your
3 wins and in. 3 wins and in, yes or no? P.S. That would end the year with 20 wins and 2 more QT or Q1s. I'm sorry.
Answer is yes.
QT, that's Brent.
Hey, baby. Thought the same thing about you, brother.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, Aaron, I'm going to put an ad out for 2 new co-hosts. They can, if you guys want your own podcast, we'll give you a night, but like, you're going to have to do it on your own.
It's the after dark. They get the after dark special.
Brent and Roy are at 11 p.m. on Sunday nights.
Oh, man, when you have a Sunday fun day, that 11 p.m. Sunday show might be a little wild. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Golly. But yes, the answer to this question is yes.
Yeah, I think that would put them in.
Because I think that you're looking for one team to kind of separate themselves on this bad bubble, which Evan Miyakawa, Evan Maya, the guy who
I think it's his strategy is wrong there though.
With
it's entirely
how
flawed.
bad the bubble is.
Yeah, you can just look at the metrics for each of the bubble teams and say the bubble, these teams are all worse than last year's teams or whatever. Like, taking it and saying that it's bad in relation to the top teams. I think everybody's in agreement. Duke, Michigan, Arizona, and Florida are a wide gap,
right?
Before even UConn? UConn would probably be 5th.
As long as Hurley's not bumping into officials, then yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's the right way to determine that the bubble's the worst that it's ever been.
I'm
not saying the bubble's good. I just that metric didn't.
It's pretty obvious if you look at all the major conferences. Like every single conference is top heavy, and which just creates that separation. I think if you went more by like a year to year basis, like you're saying, team to team, then you would see that this bubble is actually pretty underwhelming. And I mean that's just facts are facts. Like I mean, UCF 3 straight losses, SMU 4 straight losses. You got teams like Stanford coming out of the blue. You got a potential 16-loss Auburn team that people are saying is in. You got an Indiana team that has like one quad one win that people are saying is in. It's just there's so many just interesting little teams that, and then you've got like a Santa Clara whose second best win is Xavier, that is looking to be pretty much in the tournament right now. There's just so many interesting things. So,
as an Indiana fan, would you flip if I told you that they passed on Baba Miller?
Yeah, I'd be happy that the Bearcats did not pass on Baba Miller. So, I'm quite content with where we are. As long as somehow, some way, they figure out how to get into the tournament.
All right. For the Bearcats to win the Big 12, who has to play out of their mind?
All 5 starters.
Who can't play poorly?
All 5 starters.
Yeah.
That's the reality of this team right now. If they're gonna have to have their 5 starters play well every game.
Yeah.
1 or 2 off, and there's a very real chance they could lose even to Utah. They need all 5 of those guys to play well.
I think Baba's got to play out of his mind. It's like we've mentioned it all year that he's the heartbeat, he's kind of the pulse and whatnot. So be over aggressive, try and find your shot. I didn't like just the 4 attempts that was all he had. Like even that one pass where he tried to squeeze it into Mustafa's jump down low. It's like
he kind of off his hands out of bounds.
Right. He had an open lane if he just goes aggressively, and he's shown in previous games where he just goes without thought and just dunks it or lays it in or draws a foul. Yeah. He didn't quite do that on Saturday. So I think he's got to play out of his mind. Who can't play poorly? I think obviously all 5, but I'd say Day. Just let Day's just got to keep hitting shots and being uber aggressive and really being a pest on defense.
If you're wondering, Chom and Miller had 28 points and 17 rebounds against Utah the first time around.
Not bad. I think Utah had that one dude go off, the one forward that they had. Well, they've got 2 big time scorers.
Dawes had 16.
Dawes, yeah. He
it was 5 of 14 from the floor. I don't know if he went off, but
yeah.
He had 14 and or 16 points, 14 rebounds. I think that's what you're remembering.
Yes.
They won Utah won the rebounding battle 40-30.
Yuck.
In that game. They had 16 offensive rebounds to 22 defensive rebounds for Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, that was a super weird stat too. Cincinnati was only 4 of 15 from 3 in that game.
Yeah.
After going insane.
Cham and Baba had 16 of those 30, you said?
17 of 30, yeah.
Ugh, what a gross game.
Celestine had 4. James had 2. Tillery, Zella, and Rodriguez had 1 each. Cincinnati had 4 team rebounds, and that was it. 10, 7, 4, and then nobody more than 2.
Yuck.
Survive advance. Royer, who has to go off and who can't play poorly?
I mean, Baba is an obvious, and Cham. I think they're going to carry us. The sleeper has to be Day in terms of making his shots from deep. He's going to have to be right around that 12 to 14 range consistently. And in order to win a game versus Arizona, I think he's going to have to get up there right around a 16-point night, But who can't play poorly? Jizzle James, I think that would hurt, if he just kind of shits the bed and doesn't take care of the ball and limits some of our offensive possessions. But obviously if Cham and Baba play poorly, we don't stand a chance because they're so critical for us in our success.
I'll say for me, I think it's playing out of their mind. There is only one answer. It's Baba. This team has gone all season as he's gone. And as far as who can't play poorly, for this team to play at its peak, you have to play inside out. And I don't think Cham can have another game like he did against TCU if you want to do anything. If he's not going, Baba can't really get going. And then the outside game doesn't get going because your inside game never got going. So I think as far as who can't play poorly, it's Cham. But all right, keep it moving. Do you expect the Bearcats to play in the Crown as contractually obligated or absorb the $750,000 2026 amount for bowing out?
If Wes stays, they play in the Crown. If Wes is fired, they don't.
Do you get fined still if he's fired?
I don't know what's going to happen this year because the portal doesn't open until April 7th. So technically, nobody would be in the portal. Probably.
It's garbage.
Yuck.
I don't know that answer, but I would guess so.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, the Crown, man. Ugh. Whatever. Next question.
You're so funny, Brent.
This one comes from Mother Coconuts. Just fun to say that name. Could Big Slime come back for the postseason? Just kidding. Thoughts on a BCJ golf outing this year?
Probably would have already had to start putting that together. I think most golf courses are kind of out in front of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably not. I don't. Until this kid's driving and done with club volleyball and all of that stuff, I don't have time to possibly put together something as large as a BCJ golf outing. Maybe next summer, because she gets her license in July. So maybe next summer is a good one where I'm not playing chauffeur 60 hours a week.
And I'm sure this summer would have a lot of interesting things going on too. So let's
The way she's spending my money, I might have to do a golf outing just for me.
a little fundraiser.
Yeah, fundraiser for me.
A fundraising event.
With it more likely than not, UC is willing to have Wes back for a final make or break year next year. Is there any chance Wes attempts to hit the reset button and back channel his way into an ACC opening? Would another P5 school even want to consider him?
I mean, he hasn't made the tournament in 5 years. Sell that to your donors. No, I don't see it.
Yeah. I mean,
imagine that press conference. Here's Wes Miller. He's been a head coach in the Power 5 for 3 years and hasn't made the NCAA tournament. Everybody give it up for Wes Miller. Being honest.
Well, you know what? Yeah. Pass on this question.
It'll be a tough sell. All right. That ends the basketball portion of the mailbag. We do have several questions in the baseball mailbag that we'll go ahead and throw out to Thursday and let the Thursday, guys, on the Diamond Bearcat podcast. Answer those
But
questions
can we just give one quick shout out
to Quentin Coates.
Man, whoo!
Beating the shit out of that ball.
I mean, Royer, are you seeing what he's doing these days?
I have not.
Oh my god!
UC played 5 games this week. How many home runs do you think Quentin Coates hit in those 5 games?
4.
7.
Wow.
He hit 1 home run in every game this week, and in 2 of the games he hit 2.
He hit fifth third.
He did hit fifth third. He has they played what, 14 games, 15 games?
I think
something like that. He has 12 home runs.
It's like 17 games.
17 games.
That is
12
insane.
home runs.
And you know what, Royer?
Mashing.
They swept UC San Diego in thrilling fashion yesterday with a walk-off home run. With the game would have ended in a tie if they didn't score in the bottom of the 11th or something like that.
Yeah, basically UC San Diego had to get back to California. They had to go
jet set. Yeah.
So they said basically if we don't end it in the 11th, then they have to get back to the airport to go home. Their mom said they had to be home by the time the street lights came on. So they had the bottom of the 11th was it.
I kept thinking that people were just retweeting previous tweets saying that Quentin Coates went yard again, but no, it was just another tweet saying that he went yard again. It's just
did somebody retweet this from yesterday? Did
somebody
retweet this from an hour ago?
I finally sat down and I watched it on his opening at bat. Bingo, bango, bongo! Another home run.
17 games, 13 wins, 12 home runs for Quentin Coates. That's just
I just got an interesting like.
Okay.
On the Cincinnati Bearcats alum 2022 draft class on all the money that those guys made. I just put pretty good Bearcats. Liked by Brendan Sorsby.
Well, I mean, I guess technically he is a former Bearcat that got a big payday this offseason.
I guess we could put him on the list.
But
Brendan Sorsby, $6 million.
You just made the list. Chris Jericho.
Nothing in the banks.
There is 2 more questions. I'm just waiting for everybody to finish talking. We're in the banks. Rapid fire. No, Chad loves rapid fire because he loves to give 40-word answers to rapid fire, but
only 40? Fuck out of here.
Rapid fire. Wawa or Sheets? I'm going
Sheets.
Wawa.
I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I don't think I've been to either one of them.
It used to be Sheets, but Wawa has quick trip. QT, quick trip.
Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's is that's not even the same category.
Elite.
No, they're their own. Dr. Pepper or root beer?
Pepper.
Yep. Dr. Pepper, baby.
Not a big pop guy, but I guess I'll go with Dr. Pepper. Unless I'm going to A&W.
Brent just does cocaine for his caffeine.
Yeah, that amongst many other things, no doubt.
Why he moved to Florida. DH or pitchers hit in MLB?
DH.
Pitchers hitting is awful.
As a big fan of fantasy baseball, absolutely DH. I love seeing home runs, man. Get out there.
It's not me today, Aaron. It's not me.
Should college football start another division that plays 7-on-7 football? Yes or no?
No.
No.
Why?
Just memeing the sport.
Yuck.
Unseriousness.
No.
Brent?
We're good, no.
No.
So weird. That's rapid fire. Thanks, UC50 Cat. And lastly, other than organized protests / brown bags and simply not going to games, is there any way a collegiate sports fan can make their voice heard to their school's administration? Emails, DMs, other.
Scout out John Cunningham at the athletic building. You can
Don't do that. Jesus Christ.
follow him home, knock on his door, and I'm sure he'd love to talk to you. That's the best way to do it.
Excuse me.
Oh, that's a joke. Don't do that.
That's Mr. Bearcat there, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. Bearcat likes to make stupid jokes sometimes. That wasn't part of the application.
I don't. Brent, what do you think here?
I mean, what do I think? What else can they do?
Just throw a dead fish in your lap. You're welcome.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that they're trying every effort they can to do it right now. It's pretty obvious that with booze at games, with constant social media, I'm sure that people are emailing John and emailing the administration. I'm sure people are probably threatening to give up their season tickets. I'm sure every single avenue is being voiced right now, and
leaving pamphlets and cup holders.
Yeah, I think also, like, when Wes had a couple of the breakdowns earlier in the year, it was pretty obvious that he saw that people were seeing what was going on. You know what I mean? Like,
Josh is right.
It's being heard. What?
Yeah.
If you want to have a say, have a 9 to 10 figure bank account.
Oh, yes.
And they will listen to whatever you have to say.
Oh, it didn't say just a normal fan. It was saying our very rich fans. How can they have a voice?
It didn't say anything about normal or not normal or whatever. No, I just have like, I don't know, $250-300 million in your bank account, and you get to pretty much say whatever the fuck you want, and they'll listen.
I think right now the administration's hearing you. It's just a matter of if they can figure out how to make it financially affordable.
Correct.
That's the mailbag. Get us out of here, Brent.
Aaron Smith, did you know that the Bearcats are currently 46th in the net?
Way to throw a hand grenade in the room, Will.
I did actually know that.
They're sitting there, right? They're one of the best teams in the country over the last month, right, Ryan?
Yeah.
Crypt Keeper, I fully believe you are a big fan of cocaine. I do.
Crypt Keeper, man. Keeping us
after 4 years of you in this chat, I firmly believe you are a cocaine aficionado. We gon' ride, we gon' ride, we gon' ride. Cocaine.
30th on T ranking, which is our good friend Bartorvik. They are right there on Ken Palm, 42nd. I mean, come on, guys. They're 10.5-point favorites tomorrow against Utah. They have the opportunity to then play UCF on Wednesday. Then you roll that right into an Arizona game. Win and you're in. This is March. We're going to have a bracket in our hand next week, guys. So, hey, stay locked in. Bearcat Journal, Crypt Keeper. Stay locked in, brother. We'll see you next week.
How do you get your bumps in if you don't ever turn your camera off?
You're talking to the wrong guy.
He's putting it somewhere off camera.
You got the wrong guy. You got the wrong guy. You know what? Big week coming. Make sure you're locked into BCJ. We're going to have wall-to-wall coverage on every single thing that you need. Big 12 tournament. Need it. Need some success. But you know what? Shouts to Danco Transmission Auto Care. Shouts to Cincy Light. Shouts to Quick Paper Supply. Shouts to Greg Hooden. And shouts to Ryan Royer playing golf with Josh Wiley. And you know what? For the guys, for the crew, for the squad, for Aaron Smith for Chad Brendo and for Ryan Royer. I am Brent Young. Yet again, another fantastic BBP presented by BearcatJournal.com.
See ya!